and then we can.
Okay, sure. So, Haribol, everyone. Welcome to Sunday program. This is a special Sunday program that's coming to you before Radha Ashtami. Got a really special treat for you today. So, we're going through, I don't know if you noticed recently, a Guru Maharaj video got uploaded about a week ago, question and answers. So, we're going through and systematically releasing all of Guru Maharaj's video classes that we've got. And Radharani's mercy, the next video we went to upload happened to be the class just before Radha Ashtami that Guru Maharaj did. So that's His Holiness Krishna Das Maharaj. So we've got Guru Maharaj's class from just before Radha Ashtami. So that's about a 10-12 minute clip. So we'll be having that as part of the class today. So really nice. And then Aarti today will be by Madhura Sita's family, Pravitesh Ruba's family, and followed by Namaste by Anil. So without any further delay, let's go to the temple where Sachindan will be doing Shakurupada.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevalo Bhakati Sadma Bandhamoye Savadhana Mate Jahara Pra Chale Bhai Krishna Prapti Hai Raha Hote Guru Mukha Padma Vako Chitte Puriya Uika Arana Kuri Homoni Nasha Arana Kuri Homoni Asha Shri Guru Charare Roti Eisheyu Tamagati Je prasare pure sarva asha Je prasare pure sarva asha Sakshudaro nigaje Dhamma janma prabhu se Divagana hede prakasheta Prema bhakti jahavite Avedane raso jati Vedivaya jaharo charita Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janaro Bandhu Lokana Lokara Jivana Prabhupada Lokara Jivana Ha ha Prabhu Kara Daya Jivamara Pada Chaya Ha ha Prabhu Kara Daya Jivamara Pada Chaya Ye Vedaj Bhusukri Bhuvana Prabhupada Patita Pavana Due Pare Loeno Sarana Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatare Satarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Jaya Guru Maharaj Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajakacarya Sri Srimad Vaishnava Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Iskcon founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Guru Pujai ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Gaur.
Very nice, Satyananda Prabhu. You got to take a hat off to Satyananda Prabhu. He keeps the temple going even throughout this whole COVID all the situation. So we're really grateful to Satyananda and lovely Prabhupada to be there. So next we're going to Guru Vani, who is no doubt going to sing a nice bhajan for us. So if we can get her on. Is she ready?
Prabhu, the Prabhupada video.
Oh, sorry. Yes, my mistake. So next, is Sudarshan going to play that video? Or would you like me to do it?
I'm ready, bro. I can do it.
Okay. So next we'll have a video of Srila Prabhupada. One thing to note, devotees need to understand that we're very lucky to have video and audio footage for Srila Prabhupada. This is even more, enforced by the fact that now I'm looking at footage of our own Guru Maharaj. And the devotees who really diligently went and captured that videography and actually went and transcribed it all and made videos for us to watch. We're incredibly fortunate to have that. Because in the previous times with Bhaktisiddhanta Ji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they didn't have that ability. They could only read what the Acharyas had left. So if Prabhupada can play the video, let's watch Srila Prabhupada give a nice class. Okay, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I think Pranav might try again to get the Prabhupada video on.
If you
Okay, there we go.
rigidly follow the rules and regulations, so whatever you do, that is done. Especially this Vrindavan Dham, where Krishna actually appeared. So, this is Vrindavan, Guru Vrindavan. Here, those who have managed this institution, they must be first class Goswami. This is right. Not Gyomi, not Goswami. Because this place was excavated by the Goswami, Sara Goswami, Sanatana Goswami came here, Rupa Goswami came here, and then other Goswamis, Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, all joined together for executing the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To write books about Krishna, his pastimes, his lila, very highly spiritual understanding books they wrote. Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipuno, Sadharma Samasthapaku. This is the business of the Goswami. The symptom. The first symptom is Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paru. They are always busy. Krishna Kirtan. Krishna Kirtan means just like we perform Kirtan with four karta, this is also Kirtan. And to write books, that is also Krishna. And to read books, that is also Krishna. Not that simply this Kirtan is Kirtan. If you write books about Krishna, if you read books about Krishna, if you talk about Krishna, you think of Krishna, you cook for Krishna, you eat for Krishna, so that is Krishna Kirtan. Therefore, Goswami means 24 hours engaged in Krishna Kirtan, in this way or that. Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paru. How? Premamritam Nidhi. Because they are merged into the ocean of Krishna Prem. Unless we have got Krishna Prem, love for Krishna, how we can remain satisfied simply in the business of Krishna? That is not possible. Those who have not developed love for Krishna, they cannot be engaged 24 hours in the business of Krishna. We should consider that we should save time always to be absorbed in Krishna business. The period we sleep, that is wasted. That is wasted. So we shall try to save time. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Hari is another name of Krishna. The Sada, 24 hours. That actually the Goswamis used to do. They are our example. They are sleeping not more than 2 hours, at most 3 hours. So, Nidrahar Viharakadi Vijito. They conquered over, this is Goswami. They conquered over these things. What is that? Nidrahara. Nidra, ahara, vihara. Vihara means sense enjoyment. And ahara means eating or collecting, generally eating, ahara. And nidra. Nidra, ahara, vihara, kadi, vijito. Conquered. That is Goswami. Not that out of 24 hours, 36 hours sleeping. And at the same time passing on as Goswami. What is this Goswami? Godas. They are Godas. Go means senses. And Das means servant. So our policy should be, instead of becoming servant of the senses, We have to become servant of Krishna. This is Goswami. Because unless you conquer our senses, we will always ask him, please eat, please sit, please have sexual intercourse, please have this, please have this. This is material life. This is material life. Subjected to the dictation of the senses. That is material life. And one has to become Goswami means the mind is dictating. Please eat more. Please sleep more. Please have sex more. Please have defense fund more. So this is materialism. Defense fund means to keep money. That is defense fund. So this is materialism.
Is that the end, Pranav Prabhu?
It has one more minute, Prabhu, but actually,
Spiritually means no.
1 minute, I will share.
Okay, it looks like we're having some difficulties with that. So we can leave the rest, Pranav Prabhu. So, very nice. So, it's lovely class by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada always so direct and to the point. He said it very nicely that doing Krishna Kirtan doesn't mean just sitting like Guruvani and Nimai and doing Kirtan all day. So it's actually doing all different kinds of spiritual activity. This is called Krishna Kirtan. So it's very nice. Guruvani and Nimai, are you guys ready? Well, what are you going to sing today?
Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe.
Wow, very nice. Okay, let's get going.
Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Radhe 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 Jai
wonderful. That was very nice. Well done, Gurvani and Nimai. It's lovely to hear you both. Honestly, it's when I was your age, like we could sing and play Mridanga and stuff, but harmonium, me and Sleepy could never do. So it's really, really impressive. Well done, guys. Keep it up. So we'll go next to Aki Mataji. Is she online? And we can get her to sing her bhajan.
Haribol Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So what will you be singing for us today?
I'm singing Rai Jagago. It's a Bengali song. It's about Radharani and Krishna having their Leela, and Radharani's friends are asking her to wake up before it gets morning.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, so looking forward to hearing that.
Rai Jagago, Jago Shamer Mon Mohini, Binodini Rai. Rai Jagago, Jago Shamer Mon Mohini, Binodini Rai. Jege dekho আর তো নিশি নাই গো জয় রাধে জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় রাই জাগো গো জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় শ্যামঙ্গে অঙ্গ দিয়া আছো রাধে ঘুমাইয়া শ্যামঙ্গে অঙ্গ দিয়া আছো রাধে ঘুমাইয়া কুল কলঙ্কের ভয় কি তোমার নাই গো জয় রাধে জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় রাই জাগো গো জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় বাসি ফুল জলে ফেলে চলো সবে ফুল তুলিতে বাসি ফুল জলে ফেলে চলো সবে ফুল তুলিতে সে ফুল দিয়ে যুগলকে সাজাই গো জয় রাধে জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় রাই জাগো গো জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় আমরা তোমার সেবার দাসী যুগল চরণ ভালোবাসি আমরা তোমার সেবার দাসী যুগল চরণ ভালোবাসি যুগল বিনে অন্য আশা নাই গো জয় রাধে জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় রাই জাগো গো জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী বিনোদিনী রায় জাগো শ্যামের মন মোহিনী diniran.
Yeah, beautiful. Very, very nice. Your Bengali bhajans, they always have the rasa there. I mean, I wish I understood Bengali. I know we sing a lot of Bengali bhajans, but to be able to understand it like you all do, being understanding the language, it must make it so much sweeter. So thank you very much, Akmal Mataji. Very nice. So next is Janaki Mataji. So she's going to be singing a bhajan for us. And then after that, we're going to have Diksha doing Jayaradha. So, Hari Bol, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Sevaka Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Wow, Dhruv as well. Is he going to be playing Mridanga?
Yes.
Very nice. Oh, he looks so big. I haven't seen him for so long.
Yeah.
He's grown up a lot. Very nice. So what will you be singing?
I'm singing today Mirabai's bhajan, Ali Re Mohe Lage Bindavan Niko.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Lovely, lovely bhajan.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing that. So without further delay.
Yeah. Ali Re Mohe Lage Bindavan Niko. 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 Bindavan Niko, Bindavan Niko.
Yeah, that was lovely. Thank you so much, Janki Mataji. And seeing Dhruv there, we're going to have a whole little army of Kirtaneers when the temple reopens after COVID. There's so many of now that can play Mridanga, sing, play harmonium. It's wonderful to see. It's really wonderful to see. You're training them all very nicely. Yeah, on to another little devotee who's very, very enthusiastic. So Titiksha will be doing Jai Radha Madhav. So it's Titiksha there. Look, she's ready to go. Look, in a little director's chair. Lovely. So how are you, Titiksha? Are you okay, Titiksha?
Yes.
Are you going to sing today?
Yes.
Have you got Sudarshan being your backing?
Yes.
You're the leader, aren't you? That's a yes. Okay, so if you can get started, Titiksha, with Jai Radha. Jai, very nice, Diksha. Fantastic, well done. I think one day you're definitely going to be temple president, and then after that you're going to be prime minister of the UK. So well done. Keep it up. Keep going. Very nice. Okay, so now on to the special item that we've got today. Guru Maharaj, Krishna, His Holiness Krishna Das Swami Maharaj, his lecture before Radha Astami. So I think the approximate year, I think might have been like 2007 or so. It's on the tape, but it's a lovely class. And Guru Maharaj is actually, it's a little bit of context. It's the ending of the class, and Guru Maharaj is reading from Ras Panchadhyaya. So this is after Krishna has left the Ras dance with Radharani, and the gopis are actually following the footsteps of Radha and Krishna and trying to figure out where Lord Krishna has gone. Because at the end of the Ras dance, Krishna just vanished, and he actually left the Ras dance with Radharani. So that's where this video actually starts. So very lucky to have this today. So let me just share my screen. Prana Prabhu, I've got better internet connection, so I'll share it on this side in case it drops out on yours. Actually, hold on. Hold on.
Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Madhav. She is extraordinarily qualified. She must have taken Krishna into the deep forest and told him, "My dear Krishna, I am now very tired. I can't go any further. Please carry me wherever you like." When Krishna was spoken to in this way, he might have told Radharani, "All right, better get on my shoulder." But immediately Krishna must have disappeared. And now Radharani must be lamenting for him. "My dear lover, my dearest, you are so fine and so powerful. Where have you gone? I am nothing but your most obedient maid servant." You are a most obedient. Most obedient. Still, please come and be with me again. Krishna, however, is not coming to her. He must be watching her from a distant place and enjoying herself. All the gopis then went further and further into the forest, searching out Krishna. But when they learned that actually Radharani was left alone by Krishna, they became very sorry. They became very sorry. "Oh dear friend, oh dear Sakhi Radhe, you are also crying." This is the test of Krishna consciousness. This is the test. In the beginning they were a little envious that Krishna had taken Radharani, leaving aside all the other gopis. But as soon as they knew that Krishna had also left Radharani and that she was alone lamenting for him, they became more sympathetic to her. The gopis found Radharani and heard everything from her about how she had misbehaved with Krishna and how she was proud and was insulted for her pride. After hearing all this, they became actually very sympathetic. Then all the gopis, including Radharani, proceeded further into the forest until they could no longer see the moonlight. They could not see the moonlight. When they saw that it was getting gradually darker and darker, they stopped. Their mind and intelligence, became absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. They all imitated the activities of Krishna and his speeches due to their heart and soul. Due to their again, कृपया एक बार फिर put your right hand on your heart. Now speak. Kindly once more. Heart and soul. Being completely given to Krishna. Being completely given to Krishna. This is the requirement. They began to chant his glories, completely forgetting their family interests. That is where all. Jin vikhya saglita ji liyo pe khwera yesterday's. What was in the end? Tenar mathe par. That is fortunate. That's right. Who is fortunate? Completely detached like the gopis. And gopis are their own example. No one can be as detached as gopis. They are only gopis. Jai Ho Gopi. Due to their heart and soul being completely given to Kanhaiya, they began to chant his glories completely, forgetting their family interests. In this way, all the gopis returned to the bank of Yamuna and assembled there, and expecting that Krishna must return to them. They simply engaged in chanting the glories of Sri Krishna. In chanting the glories of Sri Krishna. This is what we should all in chanting, chanting, chanting. Re nar bamre kyun na bhaje Bhagwan. Pagal. Must return. They simply engaged in chanting the glories of Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the 13th chapter of Krishna. Krishna is hiding from the gopis. Dhanyavad bhai. Have you any question? Or are you all on the transcendental point?
Thanks to you.
Yes. Yes, you ask, my dear brother.
It's difficult to accept that the gopis would have tried. There must be another reason.
Well, bound. Just to say. So that we learn. Otherwise, there was not even danger. That was lesson for some people. Or we should crush our hooves full of pride. Or to finish this cobra. They were embodiments of humility.
I missed that answer you said. The gopis don't have any pride.
Anybody else?
So if they said, I'm Krishna for a little while, because you don't say I'm Krishna, if the gopis say I'm Krishna, is that a proud thing or is that just ecstasy to say, I'm feeling like Krishna? Or one gopi said, they're behaving like Krishna, but one time they said, I'm Krishna.
You first try to advance. Chetty, you need earlier action. Yes.
Romance. They don't have pride, but they have man, and they're well known for that. That man is actually transcendental, and Krishna likes that man.
Yes.
Because the love is so strong.
Because that was not on material purpose.
And it's perceived as pride by others, but actually this man is beautiful, only they can have that. Knowing their love for Krishna is so strong.
There is difference between man and Abhiman. Man is ultimate, but not Abhiman.
They're offering the cake, Maharaj. It's Nandarani's birthday today. She's got the cake. I can make some announcements for her.
Nandarani ki. Do you like to say Maharani?
After initiation.
Okay. Beta. Yes.
So, this is on. Oh, yeah. Big round of applause for Guru Maharaj. It is recommended that this Bhagavatam should be read by pure souls, and I think that's qualification of the speaker. And the listener then gets elevated, and I must say we were enjoying the mood. You can read the same text at great speed and be over in 20 seconds or something. But you can see the absorption, the way Gurudev was speaking, you could feel the atmosphere change. And I was enjoying and relishing it because it's just before Radhashtami, and it's a very relevant topic. And Guru Maharaj's answer to Harshad Prabhu is very, very good. You know, his Mahamat is the highest ecstasy. It's very close to where the object and the subject become thinkingly one. They never become. So it's different to impersonalism. So obviously we should never say we are Krishna. As Maharaj said, you have to, that's very high, is the highest level actually. And we are still not even Das. So that was Guru Maharaj's answer. It was a very, very wonderful answer. Some of these levels are so high of love, we haven't even got attached to Krishna. They're not only attached, they're totally in love like that. And we can never achieve that. Only Radharani does that, and the gopis. We'll never be able to imitate them, and we shouldn't, you know. Some people do, they actually dress up as Krishna, it's considered greatest offense. But the gopis are different, because they're the internal energy of Shri Krishna. And because they missed him so much, they actually had to pretend that he's there with us by one pretend he's Krishna to satisfy the separation. And we'll only imit it if he did that. They actually went crazy. And because they think of Krishna all the time, they start to imitate, and they can imitate him. Just like these comedians, you know, they imitate someone, he sounds like him, because they're absorbed in that topic. So that's Mahamad, and that's what we're experiencing. So thank you very much for that correction. We don't have those levels at all.
Hello, everyone. So it was just magic. It takes me back to being the 22-year-old or 23-year-old that I was then, sitting in front of Guru Maharaj, and it's just amazing. I don't know how I'm supposed to give class now. After listening to Guru Maharaj, you realise that you don't know anything, and even on that one question where I think it was Dr. Desai actually asked Guru Maharaj the question, and Guru Maharaj said, "You're not at the level yet. Advance more." Because Guru Maharaj didn't even give the answer, because he just said, "You're just not at the level." And this is the thing, when you're not near the spiritual master, anyone can pick up a book. Even for today, I've done loads of research for this Radharani class, and there's so many details in there I've never heard. But if your Guru Maharaj was there, he'd say you shouldn't even be reading those details. Because your Guru Maharaj can judge what level actually you are. And you can see from Guru Maharaj's emotion there, as he's reading that passage, that his level is just so far. And it's actually magic to see that. And you know what, as disciples, we've been away from Guru Maharaj for so long now. I don't know about anyone else, but when I was listening to Guru Maharaj then, it's kind of like I felt whole inside again, just like he's back. And so I just want to continue this service with the Haridas Prabhu of editing all of these tapes and getting them out there, and just so that the disciples can actually feel close to their spiritual master and still learn from him, just like we're learning from Srila Prabhupada every day, reading his books, listening to his lectures. You learn something new about Krishna consciousness every day. There's a difference between reading it and living it. And personalities like Guru Maharaj Prabhupada have lived it to the incredible high level. So now it's wonderful. Guru Maharaj. Okay, so I'll attempt to give some sort of a class now with Guru Maharaj's blessing. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Nande Tegirim Yat Prabhatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhava Shri Guru Dinatani. So, I feel like giving a class on Guru Maharaj right now rather than Srimati Radharani. So, Radhastami. It's, for many of us, it's our favorite festival of the year, as much, if not more, than Janamastami. Radharani is very special, very, very special. If Krishna is the judge and he behaves like a judge, Radharani is the person who can tell Krishna, okay, accept this person. It doesn't matter if he's not qualified, just accept him. So Srimati Radharani is so important. So with anything that we try to elaborate on, it's always a must to quote the previous acharyas. You just have to. That's the way it is. You don't add in your own speculations. Guru Maharaj used to say, don't speculate. You don't add in your own, well, I think it's like this. Guru Maharaj used to say, what does I think mean? What do you know? You know nothing. So I'd like to start the class with a quote from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And the question was put, is Shri Radha the original spiritual master? And the answer is, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, the foremost transcendental pleasure-giving potency, Haladani Sparup Parashakti. Shri Radha is the sole guru of all the devotees. Not only this, she is even the guru of Shri Krishna, who is accepting her position as her disciple when he learns the art of dancing. So there's a wonderful leela with this. It's Lord Krishna had actually seen Srimati Radharani and she was dancing with the gopis. And Krishna was so amazed, he thought this is wonderful. We want to learn from Srimati Radharani. So he actually became a peacock. And as a peacock, he went in and Srimati Radharani saw this peacock and the peacock started to dance. And Srimati Radharani thought, wow, the peacock's dancing as well. So Srimati Radharani actually taught the peacock how to dance. And that peacock was actually Lord Krishna. So there's a place called Morkutir in Varsana. And that's where that was from. So Bhaktisiddhanta continues, pure devotees, Shuddha Bhaktas, who are in rasa other than Madhurya ras, conjugal love, consider Sri Nityananda Prabhu to be the original spiritual master. So that's saying pure devotees who are not in Madhurya ras, conjugal love ras, they consider Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, to be the original spiritual master. However, for those rasic devotees who are in Madhurya ras, the original guru is actually Srimati Radharani herself. So Srimati Radharani is the original spiritual master for those type of devotees. So, like I said, Srimati Radharani knows everything about serving Lord Krishna. And so it's important to understand first that what are different kinds of dharma. This is a discussion I was having with Rupa Prabhu recently. And he was even saying that not Vedic dharma, 90% of it is karma. 90%. Now this is a lot. I mean, we think the Vedas, or what's in the knowledge of the Vedas, 90% of it is karma. And that's just different sanskars, different things to do to improve your karma. And then there's darshanik dharma, that's the Upanishads. And most of that is jnana, gaining knowledge. So in this day and age, who's got the time or inclination to do that? Then you have Puranic dharma. That's the teachings of the Puranas. And they taught us bhakti, but they taught us something called sakam bhakti. And that's you do something to get something from God. And so, Lord Krishna, let me do this for you. In return, you please give me something. It's like Guru Maharaj used to say, people go to the donation box and take out a single penny and put it in and say, Krishna, please give me $1 million. And Guru Maharaj used to say, Krishna is not giving such a high interest rate. You can give your penny. In fact, Guru Maharaj used to say, he doesn't want to see any coppers in the donation plate. He doesn't want to see people giving small donations. Actually, I've been reminded to actually say that for Radhastami, we have a special opportunity as devotees of Iskcon Coventry that we have connections with the pujaris in Varsana. Now, this pujari, Vishnuji and his family, are actually serving Srimati Radharani on Radhastami. And they're going to do Abhishek to Srimati Radharani, Bhoga, everything like that. And they're giving us an opportunity to actually contribute toward this in Varsana, where Srimati Radharani is from. So devotees, please donate towards this, transfer the funds to the temple account, let Vidya Prabhu know, let Anuragi know, because tomorrow we need to actually send the money for them to go and buy all the ingredients, etc., to actually worship Srimati Radharani. So please, devotees, don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. So please do donate. So back to this. The Puranic Dharma, the teachings of Puranas say, do something to get something from God. So you do some bhakti, say, Krishna, I'll do this for you, you do that for me, like a bartering sort of relationship. Then there's the other side of Puranic Dharma, which is Nishkam Bhakti, where you say, look, whether you give or don't give anything, you are my Lord, I'm going to worship you. So you might think, yeah, that Nishkam Bhakti sounds a bit better. Then there's Bhagavad Dharma, and this surpasses all kinds of Dharma. So this is Prem Bhakti. And this Dharma is, you don't give to me, Krishna, I'm going to give to you. Now that's Srimati Radharani's Dharma. Krishna, I don't get from you, I'm going to give you something here, take this. So this is a beautiful shloka, which says, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas Tad Dharma Vrindavanam Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita Shrimad Bhagavatam Paramanamamalam Prem Pamartho Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatradaro Napara. This is a very famous shloka. And the translation is, it is the conclusive opinion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the most worshipable form of Lord Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is that of Lord Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. Vrindavan Dham is the topmost worshipable abode. The highest and most pleasing type of worship of Krishna is done by the Vraja Gopis. And Srimad Bhagavatam is a spotless authority on everything. And Krishna Prem is the fifth and highest goal of life. So this is this shloka, Lord Sri saying, Prem Pumartho Mahan. So Krishna Prem is the highest goal of life. And this was actually done. So it's the opinion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and most importantly, that Krishna, who is the son of Nanda Maharaj, Vrajesha Tanaya Gokulesha Tanaya. So he is the one to be worshipped. So you might ask the question, why not Vasudeva Krishna? Vasudeva Tanaya. Why is that? So Vasudeva Krishna is a four-handed form. Vasudeva is a four-handed form of Lord Krishna. He's a portion of Lord Krishna. And this Krishna in Dwarka is that Vasudeva Krishna. So he's called Purna. And Krishna in Mathura is more complete than that Krishna in Dwarka. So he's called Purnatara. And Krishna in Vrajabhumi is the most complete. He's called Purnatama. So there's three things here: positive degree, the comparative, and the superlative, the topmost, the most complete. So this Vrajesha Tanaya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that's the Krishna to be worshipped. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanaya. That form is 10 or 12 years old, Kishore Krishna. So he says that this Krishna, this 10 to 12-year-old, is the most beautiful form of Krishna. He's very simple. Gopavesh Natavara, he's dressed as a cowherd boy and is the best of dancers. He's not a king. He wears a peacock feather, holds a flute, and plays with the cowherd boys. And he is Tribanga Lalita, curved in 3 places. So you can see this form of Krishna. So we released the album Krishna Vrindavan. We did that beautiful drama, Krishna Vrindavan. And you can see the pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavan are the most sweet. So Radharani's dharma is to give Lord Krishna pleasure. And actually he says that those who worship Lord Vishnu are called Vaishnavas. Those who worship Krishna are Karshanayas. But those who worship Srimati Radharani are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Who are actually known as Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We're actually followers of Srimati Radharani. So where's this word Radha actually come from? So the word Radha is half-half. So at the start, when Krishna expanded into Radharani, so the Ra of Radharani comes from Rasa Mandala. And the Da at the end, Radha, is coming from Davati, meaning to run. And it's because as soon as Radharani was manifested from Krishna's body, she ran to get flowers to offer to them. So this is why this meaning of Radha is there. So it's said that Sukadev Goswami didn't talk about Radharani and the Gopis' pastime because one, he would have gone into ecstasy and 7 days would have gone by and Parikshit Maharaj wouldn't have heard the rest of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And 2, the Gopis actually appeared in Sukadev Goswami's heart and they asked him not to say their pastimes with the Lord. Or at least don't mention their names in there. So if you notice in Srimad Bhagavatam, none of the Gopis' names has been mentioned. And Radharani is only mentioned indirectly in one shaloka. It's because the Gopis actually appeared in Sukadev Goswami's art and asked him. So it's said in the spiritual world, Krishna is always there as a 14-year-old boy. And Radharani is always there as a 14-year-old girl. And in the spiritual world, there's no Janmashtami festival. All the Bar Leelas actually happen here in the material world. And Narad Muni was so happy to see baby Krishna when he was born because he'd never actually seen baby Krishna before. So he was so amazed, oh my God, baby Krishna's here. And in fact, when he went to see, he went to see into Raval, when he went to see Radharani's father, he went there and he said, King Rishabhanuji, and he said, do you have any children? And he said, well, I've got a Sri Rama. And he showed him. Narad Muni wasn't so interested. And then Rishabhanuji said, I've got a daughter, but she hasn't opened her eyes ever. And Narad Muni, and realizing that Narad Muni might be able to perform miracles, Rishabhanuji actually placed Srimati Radharani in Naradji's lap. And Naradji felt incredible ecstasy overwhelm him. And he actually thought this, and he saw this incredible vision of Srimati Radharani sitting on an incredible asana, and all the demigods were worshipping her, and he had this incredible, and all the Sakhis were there, and this incredible glow emanating from her. And Narad Muni was seeing this in his heart, and he tried to control that ecstasy. And he realized, and he silently offered prayers, saying, oh, you who are the life force of Krishna, you are the supreme goddess of bhakti, and you bewilder even Govinda with your charm. All the demigods headed by Lord Brahma and Lord Shivji meditate on your lotus feet. And even Maha Lakshmi is part of you, because you are the Adi Shakti, or the original potency. So Narad Muni composed himself and said to Rishabhanuji, oh, you're most fortunate, your daughter is dearest to Lord Hari, and she will fill everything with bliss, not telling her that she is Srimati Radharani, the eternal consort of the Lord. So I think what's happened, we've run short of time, as always, and I think we're going to have to go for the Aarti at 7:30. But there'll be more Leelas of Srimati Radharani and more explanation on it tomorrow from Haridas Prabhu, Vidura Prabhu, and Raghupati Prabhu. So sorry the class, a little bit short, but we're a bit strapped for time. So we'll go across to the temple where hopefully Sachinandan is waiting, and today's singing will be Ravitesh Prabhu and family. So is the temple ready? Hari Bol, Ravitesh Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm ready, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. I'm going to answer, yeah.
Jaro Sachinandana Jayanitachan, Sachinandana Jayanitachan, Sachinandana Jayanitachan, Sachinandana Jayanitachan. Shivara Jaya Gaurachanda Aratika Shobha Janavita Tavane Jaramanaloba Dakinenitai Chanda Mame Gadadara Amikate Advaita Shiniva Chatradara Mara Kosi Ache Gora Chanda Tatna Sinhatane Marati Koren Brahma Adi Devgane Narahari Kori Samaradulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Goshali Gaya Shanga Bhaje Ganda Bhaje Bhaje Karadala Madhuram Niranga Bhaje Paramarasana Shanga Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Shanga Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Ganda Madhur 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 Bhaje Tagora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitagora Hari Bol Nitagora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitagora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Varana Udvala Gala Deshe Badamala Kare Jalamala Shiva Sukana Harada Preme Gadagara Bhagati Vinoda Deke Garara Chantada Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadara Udala Gala Deshe Bana Mala Kare Jalamana Shiva Sukana Harada Preme Gadagara Bhakati Vinod Deke सदा जनमाना लगन सदा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल सगर हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चादेशता हरिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Sachidanand Jaya Nitai Chan, Sachidanand Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Sachidanand Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Sachidanand Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe, Jaya Radha Ramana 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 Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Madhusudan Jaya Giri Govardhan 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 Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatami Nilachela Chandra Swami Jagannath Nilachela Madhava Pyare Jagannath Nilachela Chandra Swami Jagannath Nilachela Madhava Pyare Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadramaya Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadramaya Jaya Mani Ma Jaya Mani Ma Mani Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadramaya Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Subhadramaya Jaya Mani Ma Jaya Mani Ma Jaya Mani Jaya Sudarshana Chakra Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Sudarshana Chakra Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshmana Bhatta Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Maharani Jaya Maharani Jaya Maharani Jaya Shankar Swami Jaya 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 Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada सच्चिदानंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
So Hariwal, Ritesh, thank you very much. That was very nice. So on to Nrsingadev prayer list. So the list of people to pray for Lord Nrsingadev. So those that have left their body, Lawrence Chin Brown, and they're the leaders of Iskcon. So His Holiness Chef Maharaj, His Holiness Lord Swami Maharaj, and all of the Iskcon gurus and leaders. Other people to pray for is Pradeep Pankania and daughter Reena, Lucky Roy and Rudra Dutt, Rahamurthy and Veena Pani, Shantiben Solanki, that's Brother Prabhu's Masi, Vijay Patel, Premanjri and Shraddha Devi, Nan Manjri, Srimati, Vijay Mallan, Prem Mallan, Gaur Hari's mother, John Prabhu, Devinder, Kishore Bhai, Thakur, and all of the devotees suffering around the world. Nrsingadev prayer is really for all of us. It's a very difficult time. So for Nrsingadev prayer, it is Anil Prabhu that's going to be doing it. So Anil Prabhu, are you there?
Hari Bol. Lord Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki jai. Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaya. Shilatankanarkalaye. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Yato Narsimha. Pahe Narsimha Hirdaye Narsimha. Pahe Narsimha Hirdaye Narsimha. Narasingamatim Sharana Prapale. Tavakara Kavalamare. Nakam Adbhuta Shringayam. Taletam Hiranyakashipur Tanuvingam. Keshavarita Narahari Rupa. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara Kavalamare. Nakam Adbhuta Shringayam. Taleta Hiranyakashipur Tanuvingam. Keshavarita Narahari Rupa. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nrsingadev, 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 Jaya Nrsingadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Satchinandana, Jaya Nitai Chand, Satchinandana, Jaya Nitai Chand, Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Jayo Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jagannatha Swami Nayona Patagami Nayona Patagami Bhavatumi Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Jaya Guru Maharaj Nittai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaur Nittai Gaur Nittai Gaur Nittai Gaur Shri Narsingh Deva Bhagavan ki jai Prahlad Maharaj ki jai Shri Sacinanda Nitai Chand ki jai Shri Radha Madhav ki jai Shri Radha Gokuland ki jai Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Bhagavan ki jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai Guru Maharaj ki jai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol.
Yeah, very nice, Anil Prabhu. So the announcements for this week, big announcement. We've got Radhastami on Tuesday. So that is Tuesday for Radhastami. So again, the announcement for appeal for Varsana. The Pujaris in Varsana, we know there, for Vishnuji, he's going to be there doing worship on Radhastami Day, doing Abhishek, Bhoga, dressing, everything like that. So because he knows us here in Coventry, he's given us the opportunity to donate for this. So devotees, please take this opportunity. It doesn't come around often. On Srimati Radharani's appearance day in Varsana, you get a chance to give some service, even from all the way from this distance. So devotees, please get your donations in to the temple. Let Vidura Prabhu know, let Anuragi know. If you want to pledge, let Vidura Prabhu know or Anuragi know, and they'll actually note that down, because we have to actually send the money to Varsana tomorrow, so they can actually utilize it in the festival. It's a wonderful opportunity, and please devotees take advantage. Also, the festival is there on Tuesday, so if devotees want to give to our temple as well, the services are continuing. Srila Prabhu's community service every day, cooking, everything like that. So please do donate for our festival as well. The decoration is going on, and tomorrow itself actually is the appearance of Sri Lalita Devi. So it's also a very wonderful day tomorrow. And then for those of you who love fasting, it's Ekadashi on Friday. So you can, it's Shivaman Dvadashi. So it's a very wonderful Ekadashi that day. So I'm sure because it's the appearance day of Lord Varman Day, we'll be doing a program in the evening that day. So so I think actually, I'm not sure the fasting on the Ekadashi, the Radharani's appearance day, the calendar I'm on is saying no fasting on that day. So usually we offer at noon, so people tend to fast till noon. But I think on that day it's completing the fast with grain. So that should be an exciting festival to look forward to. So thank you everyone for joining in for Sunday program today. Hopefully I haven't missed anything out. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining, and get excited for Radhastami. It's coming up on Tuesday. So Hare Krishna everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's Sunday program.
Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite राधे जय जय माधव दयिते गोकुल तारुणी मंडल मोहिते गोकुल तारुणी मंडल मोहिते राधे जय जय माधव दयिते राधे जय जय माधव दयिते